are you all doing? I hope that you guys are okay. Today I am making coconut rock cake. Yeah. If you want to see how I make this, keep watching. First, you're gonna need coconut and a grater. You're gonna grate your coconut. Measure 1 cup of coconut, grated coconut, and you're gonna get nutmeg. You're gonna grate your nutmeg, and you need half of a teaspoon of grated nutmeg. Then you're gonna put your nutmeg in your coconut. If you grate too much, all you gotta do is just put the rest away. I'm using brown sugar. I am so excited to be sharing what I'm making in my kitchen with you all. It's been a while. I have this on my to-do list to make this coconut rock cake, and tonight, I'm finally making it. Now I need half of a cup of brown sugar, but you can use whether white sugar or brown sugar. It doesn't matter what sugar you choose to use. And I need half of a cup of brown sugar. If you like things sweet, you can use like 2/3 cup of a sugar. It will make it a little sweeter than this, but I just don't like a lot of sugar. I don't like it. Now I'm mixing the coconut and the sugar and the nutmeg together. I'm gonna add some cinnamon. I'm adding like half of a teaspoon or a little bit less of half of a teaspoon of cinnamon. Just a little under half of a teaspoon of cinnamon. And I'm mixing it, and I'm gonna put it aside for like 5 minutes. So let's get started. Now this is my egg. I'm using 1 egg. This is vanilla essence. This is 1/4 teaspoon of essence. Another 1/4 teaspoon of essence. I was gonna use 1/4 teaspoon, but I just figured that's just not gonna be good enough, so I used like 2/4 teaspoon of essence. I'm doing it the old-fashioned way now. I'm just gonna take the lid and I'm just gonna fill it up, and I'm just gonna pour it in there. That's almond essence. I really like this almond essence. It's essence like from Guyana. It is very strong. I just like that essence a lot. Okay, so let me whisk this up. Making a little space here. Now I'm gonna whisk this up. Okay. And here I have 4 cups of flour. Oh, not the butters yet. In here I have 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder and half a teaspoon of soda, baking soda. I need a little bit of salt, not much salt, just like a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, or maybe less than that. I'm trying to come together with the measuring for you guys, because I realize that some of you watch the video and you want to make what I'm making. So I'm really trying to come up with some recipe with the measurement. In here I have half of a cup of butter. Actually, this is margarine. Half of a cup of margarine. So far I have one cup of grated coconut, half of a teaspoon of nutmeg, half of a teaspoon of cinnamon. What else did I put? Oh, and half cup of sugar. And I have 4 cups of flour, half of a cup of butter. Yes. Oh, 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder and half of a teaspoon of baking soda. Oops, I make a mess. If you don't have baking soda, I'm sure you can make it without baking soda. Okay, so when you put the butter in, you need to mix it in with the flour until it, like, you're mixing the butter with the flour, just like what you see I did. Mix the butter and the flour, mix it up together. Then you're gonna add the coconut mixture, and you're gonna mix in the coconut with the flour and the butter. You're gonna mix it in, mix it in, mix it in till it look like this. Yes. Yeah. Now let's add the milk. I have 1.25 cup of milk and 1 beaten egg, along with the vanilla and the almond essence. You all see how I did it, right? Yeah. Now I'm gonna mix this, and then I'm gonna bake it. Yeah, pretty easy, very very easy, and very very tasty too. Yeah. So now I'm just mixing it around like this. I like to use a spoon, like a small spoon like this, when I'm mixing like the flour, because I can feel like the texture of the flour. I can feel what I'm doing. It's like if I'm using my bare hand, so I can tell whether I need to add a little bit more flour or whether I need to add a little bit more milk. So that's the reason for me using this small spoon. And it's not hard mixing it with this small spoon. Okay. All right, so you need to mix it. You see how I'm doing it, like I'm folding and I'm cutting. That is how you do it. You just kind of fold and cut, and you just do that until you get everything mixed completely. Now it's time to change the spoon, so I'm using a bigger one now. So how are you guys doing? I really hope that everything is really good you guys' way. Yeah, I really hope that you all are staying safe and you all are baking a lot, finding something to do. All right, so right about here, this is like, it's already mixed. It is soft, it is not too soft, and it is not sticky. So I didn't use the whole 1.25 cup of milk. I used like about a cup of milk, and it's a quarter left, so I didn't use the whole 1.25 cup. I used 1 cup of milk, so let's take 1 cup of milk. This is my sheet, and I'm using butter. I'm just greasing it. Oh, and I use evaporated milk. I use like half of evaporated milk, and I just add water to it. Yeah, so it's not all milk, it's mixed with water. But you can use whatever milk you want to use. If you just feel like making this, yeah, use whatever milk you want to use. And it's really tasty. Yeah. It's very popular in the Caribbean. Yeah. So this is what it looks like. So what I'm gonna do, what I'm doing actually, I'm just gonna cut them with the spoon and drop them on my baking sheet. They're very easy to make, and as I said, the dough, it is not sticky. It's soft. Just gonna zoom in a little bit so you guys can have a closer look to see what I'm doing and see the way how the dough look. So if you make it, you'll make it exactly like how I make this, and you will enjoy it as much as I did, as I enjoy it. Okay. And don't use those coconut from the store. You know those coconut in the store, those sweetened coconut flakes, unsweetened coconut flake. Don't use that. Just use this coconut. Just get a coconut. Especially if you're in the Caribbean, you just go right at your backyard and you just pick up a coconut. Wow. I like the Caribbean life. I really do. I'm missing it. Mm. Alright, let's stick to my rock cake. So you see, it's very soft, it's not sticky, and you see I'm just rolling this one so you guys can see that it's not sticking to my hand or anything, so you know, you get the idea how to make it. Alright, so I'm just gonna drop out a couple of these on my baking sheet. Yeah, I'm almost finished, just like about 3 more. It look like it. Then I'm gonna put them in the oven and let them bake. Now let me tell you guys this: if you make these and the bottom is like brown, like really brown, like you take them out of the oven and you notice like under the bottom is like brown, like really brown, what you can do is as soon as you take them out of the oven, you take butter, just a little bit of butter, and you just rub it right under the bottom of your cake, under the bottom, not on top of it, under the bottom of it, and that will help to make it soft. It will be soft. It won't taste like hard or anything. The bottom I'm talking about, it won't taste hard. It will be soft. It will be soft. So if you want to do that, you can do that. You can choose not to do that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to put butter under the bottom of it, but you can if you want to. If you want it to taste soft. So I'm making some space here just to put this one here. Yeah, that's the last one. Now I'm gonna put them in the oven. When you guys see me again, they're gonna finish. Let's take a peek in the oven. Look at them. Look at those. Oh, oh, look at those. Wow, oh my goodness. There they are. They're finished, guys. I just want to thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for clicking. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, watching my video. Thank you. Thank you. Until the next video, guys.